So transition is quite often talked about in lots of videos, forearms, and by lessons, and to be fair, it's probably one of the big key areas in the golf swing. If we're able to perform a good transition, we're able then to deliver the club more easily at impact correctly. Obviously, we have cause and effect in the backswing, and I'm a big believer in the first point of breakdown and the last point of breakdown. So for an example, the first point of breakdown might well be how we stand to the golf ball, and the last point of breakdown might be just pre-impact. But today's videos are going to be all about transition, the key moves, and we're going to try and kind of work a little bit from ground up. So I'm going to cover it in various videos covering different parts of the body and what they do, and even the club as well. So today's video is really going to focus on the feet and knees and how they would work in transition. And then I'm going to work into the hips and then the trunk and then the head, the arms and the shaft and the hands, all kind of in two body parts per video if I can. So there'll be a video series about 4 or 5 videos, which you'll see in the kind of playlist and be available for you. So today's video, as I said, is going to concentrate on how the feet work. So when we're talking about the feet, I'm going to talk about how they're going to move in terms of function in kind of a 4D kind of capacity. So we're going to talk about how they move in direction, how they move in speed. We're going to talk about how they move in kind of height. We're going to talk about how they move in kind of rotational terms also. So what we tend to see really with good players at the top of the backswing, we tend to see from how they start down. The downswing tends to start kind of 0.1, 0.01 or 0.02 seconds before the backswing finishes. So as the arms and body are finishing the backswing and we change direction, we have this flow state change, we'll start to see the lower half of our body work first with a skilled player. Now, a non-skilled player, we won't see this happen. We'll see the upper body lead first. That's a common mistake we'll see. So from the top of the swing, we'll see this kind of move where the sternum head go towards target, and then it'll be a recovery at the golf ball with the body generally stalling or hanging back to make up for it. So with the best players in the world, and that's generally what I'm going to be talking about here, what we'll tend to see is the feet work in a very kind of linear fashion. So the direction of the weight will go in a very linear fashion. So it'll work towards target like this. And we'll see basically the left knee move towards target first. The left foot kind of supinates. You'll see this kind of arch of the foot kind of rolling up. You'll see a little bit of air in the toe of the foot. In general, very skilled ball strikers. Some ball strikers, you'll see the left toe kind of planted, but generally speaking, you'll see the heel of the foot get more weight the further the swing progresses through, or at least it should be. And we'll see the right foot, the arch of the right foot kind of roll in, and the right foot will kind of pronate a little bit. Now, with some golfers, we'll see the left knee separate a bit, and this gap between the knees widen. Other golfers, this stays pretty constant. So I would say either one of these is okay, but realistically from the top of the backswing, if we would see the feet kind of roll in and the knees work towards our lead side and target side, that is the most efficient way to start the downswing. Now, I'm not talking about the hips here, so we're going to ignore the relationship with the hips and the feet just right now, and in the next video I'm going to talk about what the hips do. But the feet are going to roll in, so you'll see this right foot roll in here ideally, then it would start to rotate, the left knee would be moving towards the lead side, we'd see this, and then the left leg would start to kind of work straighter and post up. And the weight would go kind of from the ball of the foot, or even slightly into the right heel, depending on the player, towards the ball of the foot and the left foot, and then into the heel of the foot. So the pressure would be moving linearly like this towards target. And the feet would have this rolling fashion and then a rotation fashion. And we'd see some air in the feet. And I'll post some videos of some top players and how they move with their feet and knees so we can just see this and compare. What we'll find is most good players will do this move. What we tend to see with bad players with the feet, you'll tend to see as they start to swing down, the right foot gives you this kind of cigarette butt move, stamping the cigarette butt out, and the right heel works away from target. Therefore, the mass, the weight, is kind of moving away from target too. This then leads to the arms wanting to come across the golf ball. So it's not the most efficient way to swing the golf club at all. So a couple of good drills for you to look at to improve your footwork and improve your feet during transition would be, one, hit some shots barefoot. It gives you the idea and the proprioception of being able to feel exactly what your feet are doing. So I'm not going to do it today on the wet tee, but to do it on a range mat is a good drill to do, and it'll give you an awareness of what your feet are doing through transition and through the whole golf swing, where the forces are going, and so on. The other thing to do would be, if we actually hit some shots, and I'll hit a very short shot here, and I'm just going to try and feel, I'm going to get some air in my left toe, which you'll see here, there's a gap under my left toe, and I'm going to feel that my right foot just rolls in. So if I just hit a gentle shot just doing that, so I take my setup, and you'll see here I've got some air in my left foot and the right foot rolled in. That'll give me the right sensation of moving my direction of force, my center of pressure, through correct foot action. And this foot action all starts to happen, as I said, when we change the state and the feet then start to work. And as I said, this is going to generally happen probably around the same time as the arms finish the top of the backswing, because the hips might be slightly ahead of this. So foot action, very important, something you can work on with ease. Doing small swings like this will help you, give you the feels and the moves that we'd want. The second drill I'm going to give you would be, if we put a golf ball under our back heel of the left foot, and we swing to the top of the swing, especially on grass, it's not so good on the mat, and we feel that we plant that golf ball down into the ground, we feel that force is going down that left foot. That'll help start the downswing with the legs correctly and the feet correctly. Then from there, as we swing through the golf ball, obviously more weight would go towards that heel. So, you know, you could do various different drills using balls into different feet and doing stuff. But essentially what we're trying to feel is we have kind of a push down into the ground and a push away from the ground, with the feet kind of rolling in and transferring our energy towards target.